Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Hello, Ray. Hello, Phantom. How are you guys doing today? Hello, Chrissy. Howdy, howdy. Working on a uni project. My algorithms are struggling. Yeah, rip. Yeah, I hate that. I need to actually do that later. Well, like, what's the project? Adversarial research? Okay. Huh. Compare 3 algorithms. Oh, that's fun. Okay, you have to actually test out the algorithms. Oh. Ugh. That's fun. It's similar to what I'm actually doing in my software class right now. Yeah, that map is too big. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. That's kind of what I'm doing in my software class right now. We're working on this on like a trip itinerary thing. Like you take a bunch of breweries. You take a bunch of breweries, and our goal is to, develop the back end of this website that like plans trips for you across to these different breweries across the world and all that stuff. So that's kind of what I'm doing in software right now in my software engineering class. Hello, Spooky. I think this is my first HSR stream specifically. I only started playing last patch. Well, welcome in, welcome in. I should actually probably launch the game. That's important. Yeah, okay, so y'all might have noticed I completely forgot to stream last week because, well, part of it was I slept in until like noon 30 last Sunday. So yeah, that was part of it, but also recently I have just been playing obscene amounts of League of Legends. So yeah, that's been my life recently, has been doing school and playing League of Legends. So that's all I did last Sunday when I was supposed to be streaming. I completely forgot because I was I'm too hyper fixated on League of Legends. I was very tempted to just stream League today, but I know I need to prep. I need to prep for the incoming versions. But yeah, I have a new hyperfixation. I have a very bad new hyperfixation on Talia. Sorry. I feel bad about not streaming. Playing League is obviously a terrible disease. I know. I've been stuck with it for fucking 7 years at this point. 7, 8 years at this point. Yeah, it's not good. So yeah, and I'm relapsing. But you know, it's still fun. I'm having fun. I turned off my the game chat, and that's actually made it genuinely fun. I can also show you my account recently because I have been kind of popping off. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna show you all this because this is really funny. Hold on. Okay. HSR, that's good. Yeah, Starlit Homecoming has refreshed for me because I haven't played the game. You can't hear it because I forgot to turn audio on. I'll do that in a bit. Complete survey now. Okay, but what I can do, turn on display capture and show you my league account. Ignore the amount of... Oh, nope, that's not it. That's a Lowy's wiki page. The actual browser window. So, I'm chilling in Iron 2, which is lowest, like... The lowest is Iron 4, which I've been in for a while. But now I'm in Iron 2, because I had a crazy win streak yesterday. But if you can tell, I have a favorite champion. Come on, Mobilytics, you can load. There we go. I have a favorite champion, I think. This game was stupid because they banned my So they banned my favorite champ. They banned Talia. They and then my backup is Vex, which the enemy team took, and then my second backup, my third in line is Lux, which our support took. So I had to play a random ass champion. I actually didn't do bad, but yeah, I have a favorite champion, I think. Iron 2. So the rank system in this game, it's Iron is the lowest, like, division, and then you go Bronze, Silver, Gold, Emerald, Diamond, yada yada yada. I'm in Iron, and then the lowest of Iron is Iron 4, and then Iron 3, and then Iron 2, and then Iron 1. If you go higher than Iron 1, then you go to Bronze 4, etc. Yeah, I love this champion. She is so fun and goofy, and I am obsessed with her. Like, I've loved her for a while because her lore is some of my favorite in the game. But, and she kind of reminds me of when I first started playing League, because she came out, like, right after I started playing. So... And she has an incredible short story that as like the basis of her lore. I love her so much, but yeah, I'm slightly addicted. It's bad. How many Smurfs did you meet? It's hard to tell. Because I suck. Yeah, yeah, it's hard. It's genuinely hard to tell sometimes because of how much I suck. Probably a few, but in general, it's not terrible. Yeah. And again, it's really hard. It's really hard to tell when you're up against a Smurf because you're in Iron, so it's just as likely that you're just a victim of a really heavy snowball, then like you're just as likely to be running up against a really heavy snowball than you are a Smurf. Smurf as in somebody that is a higher rank but is playing on like a new account. They're playing below their level, their skill level. It's like they're like stuck in like silver or gold or emerald or whatever, and they want to feel good about themselves, so they make a new account and then just start dunking on like iron players. It is a sadly common thing in competitive games, which kind of makes me sad, but it is what it is. Okay, I will say that playing with like lower ranked friends is perfectly fine, but yeah, just doing it to like make yourself feel good is, oh, that's loud. Why is this so fucking loud? Why was that so loud? What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, okay, so what are we doing right now? Great question. I have no clue. This quest, I think. Pretty sure, right? This was continuance of what we were doing last time I streamed this game. I have not done the new Trailblaze. That's what we're gonna be doing. Face Xiao. Okay, actually, I need to show you y'all my Face Xiao team. Because she's here. I have her. She's fucking gorgeous. Yeah, I did pull her. I need to actually finish leveling her talents, but my build on her isn't great, but it's something. It definitely is something. I don't know. Yeah, we have. I get such a kick out of Fei Xiao versus Fu Xuan. Look at the height difference, dude. It's so funny. Oh my god. 78 out of 80? Yeah, shush. I don't. I'll fix that, fine.
Merely reaching the finish line is nowhere near enough.
Thank you, Face, yeah. Yeah, Fu Xuan is so tiny, just look at her. Like, the camera genuinely has to readjust. So funny. Okay. Where are we going? Over this way. Let's go. She's so small.
One's hexachromatic position is always in flux. Planning is paramount.
Nerd. Okay, let's go. So where do we left off with Jiao Qiu getting stolen by the wolf. What was the wolf guy's name? It was Hule, that's it. That's his name. Fucker got stolen by Hule.
Stuff is too spicy. I can't stand it.
Yeah. That's where we left off. Hello, Yao Qing. What you got for me? All right, see you, Ray.
Seriously? When is this war dance going to start?
Hi,
The
Feisha.
Sky Splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see what's inside?
There's a small security issue.
Is this how long life species live? Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all-time high. Oh, I need to drink some coolant.
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts.
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you betting on, Bardo?
Mechanical life forms are such an interesting concept, to be honest. I find them interesting. I just think people lean on the drink and eat, like drink coolant or that idea a little bit too much. I think it's cheesy a bit.
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely
Roboball.
on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
You're a computer.
More dance.
You should be good at betting games.
There you
Estelle.
are. I heard you and Mr. Dan Heng went to meet the judges, and then a riot broke out in the shackling prison. I was so worried about you. Thank goodness you both made it out safe.
A wild raccoon has appeared. Discuss what happened.
There was a revolt in the shackling prison. Fortunately, we were protected by the
Right.
guards until the Cloud Knights arrived to rescue us.
Rachel lines.
I was planning to take Miss March and Yoon Lee to Stargazer Navalia to see the Sky Splitter up close, but we stumbled upon a group of suspicious Foxians carrying official identities. They were acting strange, so out of curiosity, we decided to follow them. It turns out they were actually Borisin disguised as Foxians.
We love a recap, a good old recap episode. We love to see it, especially since it's been a couple weeks. I mean, okay, like, here's the thing. People like to dunk on recap episodes, and I admit, recap episodes can be done better, right? That one Avatar episode, it's the Something Island Players. What is it? What is it called? What is it called? What is it called? Amber Island Players, that's it. Yeah, that episode, like, yes, recap episodes can be done better, like the Amber Island Players, but the amount of value you get out of a live viewer from recap episodes is incredible. Because, like, when I was watching Avatar as a kid, like, that is useful because it's been so long since I've even thought about the beginning of the show, or some episodes of the show don't get reran as much, right? And so recap episodes being bad is only a thing that people take into account when you're rewatching the show from, like, streaming. That's the only time people complain about recap episodes, because they miss the context. Two things I hate about fucking people whinging about related to anime is dub versus sub, and people complaining about recap episodes. Just skip them. Yeah, that too. Recap episodes are really important in really, really long shows. And I will admit, sometimes they go overboard with it. Like, Naruto has issues with doing it a little bit too much, but again, still in context, it makes a lot of sense for people. Also, because how long these shows are, they've got to have regular recap episodes, because again, not all the episodes are going to get reran. can't have these problems if you don't watch anime. True, but also, I mean, it's more of a problem. It's a problem that you'll run into a lot with any sort of serialized show. That's why like Avatar did it. I think a couple of like modern animated serialized shows have done a recap episodes. But yeah, people dunk on them and don't think about context.
Seems they infiltrated Stargazer Navalia in order to
anyways,
prepare
hi,
for Hule's escape. And we foiled their plans by pure chance.
Welcome in.
I wonder who provided them with those disguises. And how many more Borisin have taken advantage of the war dance to infiltrate the ship?
Those tourists over there are talking about you.
Yeah, I heard them too. But I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint them. I've already reported to General Jing Yuan that I'll give up my role as the ringmaster.
Rip? Okay. March, go! March, become the ringmaster. Or is that Yun Li? It's gonna be Yun Li. Probably gonna be Yun Li. That'd be really funny if March was the ringmaster, though. The recap episodes I hate the most are the ones in the Eni's lobby arc. Why? I have not gotten that far into One Piece. Speaking of manga, I need to keep reading. I finished the first volume of Witch Hat, loved it, didn't start reading the second one because I got too far into League.
The security of the Luofu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant before taking on the honor of being a ringmaster.
Breaks the pacing. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, because isn't Eni's lobby like when shit really starts to pick up in One Piece? Because I know like there are a couple of like major arcs that just like are major acceleration points in the story. I know the one I'm currently on, Arlong, is... I know Arlong is the first one where shit really starts to kind of get going. And then I think Eni's Lobby is one of them. I don't know. I feel like I started reading Witch Hat a while ago, but I haven't been back to reading it. Yeah, I know. It's just... I loved it. I loved the first volume so much, and it hangs on like a cliffhanger, kind of. And like, I have the second volume right here. I could start reading it right now, but I just... I like playing League a little bit too much.
Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. Doesn't have to be me. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hule will wreak havoc. Obviously, there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break, intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what honor will be left for us to uphold?
He looks so sad. He's like, oh my god, this is stupid. Which is so good. Yeah, I loved the first volume. I loved it so much. And I really want to keep reading it. But also Talia.
Well said.
Hello, Feixiao.
You may be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
This kid is stressing himself out. Dude needs to take a break. He needs to take a holiday.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
Imagine Fei Xiao and Fu Xuan in the same room. Fei Xiao, that would be the only thing out of Fei Xiao's mouth is just short jokes. 5'11" versus 6 foot. I should really get to reading Rich. It's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. And the magic system is so cool. Dude, it's so fucking cool. It reminds me of a little bit of a higher fantasy, like a higher fantasy version of The Name of the Wind. if you've read that or know about that novel. It's just so imaginative and gorgeous, and the art is insane. What's the manga Witch Hat Atelier? It is a manga that is getting an anime adaptation here soon, but the thing is, the manga is a love letter to send Witch Hat Atelier, because it is a weird word. It's a love letter to illustration and art and visual art and drawing. So even though it's getting an anime, the manga does things with the manga art form that cannot be replicated in an anime. So it's very much like it is its own thing. So that's why I'm like, it's one of the reasons why I want to read it. I don't read very many manga. I think the only manga I have read is like the first half of Naruto and Goodnight Pun Pun. And now I'm reading Witch Hat Atelier just because of how much people have sold it to me. And it's good. It's so fucking good. The opening spread of the entire series is gorgeous. It is eye candy. And if you know my anime tastes, I love eye candy. One of my favorite animes is Violet Evergarden. So if it looks good, I love it.
Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster.
There. We are almost
there,
there,
truly
y'all,
are the Merlin's Claw.
Witch Hat Atelier.
Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work, General Feixiao.
I'm gonna turn down the game a little bit so I'm not being drowned out by it. But yeah, we are very close to the release, and I have not been excited for an anime release in like this ever, pretty much. I'm excited for like Free Run Season 2, but not this. I've never been excited for like the release of an anime like this. Although, first up, Arcane Season 2 next month. That'll be hype as shit.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and...
Nope, November.
This is way too much for me.
Arcane Season 2 the first 3 episodes are November 9th? I screenshot the schedule. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Yep, November 9th is the first 3 episodes. Then Act 2 is November 16th, and then Act 3 is November 23rd. You have deceived yourself. You have...
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself?
God, you're gorgeous. I have not been this down bad for a character, like, ever.
Ever since you encountered those Borison spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hule on an empty stomach.
And the thing that I like a lot about Feixiao is she isn't nearly as obviously like Gooner bait, right? Like every character in this game for like, or a majority of the characters in this game are Gooner bait, right? But Feixiao is just, she's just gorgeous. She isn't like hot and sexy. It's just, she's so visually appealing. Her colors, her design, everything about it is just so visually beautiful that I just can't get over it.
Take your time. Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
Like, her color palette is immaculate. The eyes, the hair ornaments, and the ears, and just the jacket. I want this jacket.
Hule's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Zhao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated the situation becomes.
Can't defeat X on an empty stomach. Yeah, you should be fighting on an empty stomach. You need to have carb loaded the night before. I played sports. I know how this works.
I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights, and I can't argue with that. So, there's no reason for you to be more anxious than me.
I wasn't planning on pulling for her, but I got Robin early, so I went for her. Nice. Did you get her or no? Oh no. Oh yeah. Yeah, did you get her or did you fail?
I've fought against Borson abominations for years.
You did? Nice.
And I know
she's fun. She's a silly unit.
The Borson were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. They have no reason to rush out into the open. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hule loses his patience and reveals himself, that's when we'll strike.
Got Robin, Fei Xiao, and Fei Xiao's Lycon. That is nuts.
But when will that time come?
Like I said, it's only one meal away.
Yes, do it. Anais. I love Anais Quinones. She is incredible. And her range
General
is
Hua
nuts,
Yan,
too.
The Skyfaring
hi,
Commission
Yukong.
has finished its preparations. Do you have any other instructions?
Yeah. Anais Quinones is incredible. And her range is stupid because she's playing Fei Xiao here. She plays Lynette in Genshin, and she plays fucking Yuki in Horimiya. Her range is stupid.
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and oversee the 6 Commission's affairs on the Luofu.
The blonde one. Pink-haired girl is Remy. Yuki is Hori's friend at the beginning of the show. Yeah.
What is the situation at the shackling prison?
Long story, you call it.
Hule made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have re-established contact with the staff inside.
Yeah, she plays Yuki, which is ridiculous compared to her the other like major roles that the other roles that I know her as, Fei Xiao and Lynette. Like deep, like a slightly deeper, calm or like composed voice, and then higher pitched, so animated. Yeah, no, her performance as Yuki is incredible. I love her as Yuki.
The good news is the 2 nameless who were trapped in the shackling prison are safe and sound.
Good.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but I'm relieved that she and Don Hung are safe.
Of course you are. Gay. Okay.
We've lost contact with one of the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. The Borison have likely taken him hostage.
Rip Yao Qiao.
Don't worry, Yuko. Fei Xiao is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how capable she is.
Blade, Fei Xiao, Obsidian, and Opal. Wait, who did... I missed this. Who plays Obsidian and Opal? Is Aaron Yvette really one of the Stonehearts? Ozzy, what the fuck did I miss? Who did... What? And that would also mean, Fleminez VA. would be the other one? That's crazy. Okay. The return to the House of
I
Heart.
have no doubt about General Fei Xiao's capabilities, General Huaiyan. I'm more concerned about the
Of course, she's the
wardens.
bloodbath one. To be fair, Aaron Yvette kind of has that typecast of just insane.
According to the
Or
plan,
not insane, but
the
like,
ceremony will begin in 6
Yeah.
hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the
Is it
ship
new
to
IPC
watch the
trailer?
contest.
we are getting so sidetracked. It is going to take us all day to get through this quest, but it's worth it. Hold on. Ooh, that is Paranol. Oop. Can I just say, my new favorite writing song, like I'm working on this new long ass video. My new favorite writing song is this Abomination. 46 minutes. Ooh, it is a gorgeous. If you like really heavy noise rock, listen to this song. Oh my god, it's beautiful. But like this is one writing session for me. Sit down, turn on Into the Endless Night, and then by the end of it, I have like a couple thousand words done, and I am like, that's a good writing session for me. Very highly recommend this song. What's noise rock? It's okay. So you have rock music, right? You have rock music, and then if you take, I don't think I've ever seen this. If you add a lot more filter and like neat to the guitars, then you have what's called shoegaze rock, which it's called that because the guitarists are literally looking at their shoes because of how many pedals they have on the guitar signal. And then if you add even more noise to that, then you get noise rock, which the middle chunk of this song is just noise rock, but the rest of it is shoegaze. The last 6 minutes of the song, the best, one of the best endings of a song I've ever heard. It is incredible. Anyways, this. How am I gonna capture audio here? Do my own voice acting? Yeah. I'm still figuring out this aspect of why does it do this? I don't like I could do this. Hold on. Read Celestia. Capture audio. That's so annoying. Well, we'll watch it later when I figure out how to capture the audio. We'll keep going.
But now, with Hulei's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty.
We will look at the voice actors. Okay. Pearl, Capitano. I feel kind of bad for Kat for having two roles that we're not going to hear a lot of for a while at least. Aventurine, we know Camden. Sugalite, AJ Beckles, Topaz Samsley, we knew that. Jade Famata, we knew that. Obsidian, Aaron Yvette, and Opal Paul Castro Jr. That is crazy. That's so cool. For those that don't know, Kat Bertano also voices Skark. So, I feel very bad for her. Also Misha, yeah, that's true. That is true. Forget about Misha.
March is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the Shackling prison is beyond formidable. In case anything goes wrong...
So, Yoon Lee, what do you think we should do?
Well... I believe we should declare martial law and allocate manpower to search for the escaped prisoners. And as for the war dance, it's better to announce an indefinite delay for now.
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. I believe there are at least 2 parties who won't accept your approach.
Which 2 parties?
The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that the Law Fu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders would react? They'd be terrified, and chaos might ensue.
Who gives a shit about tourists? Do you still play? I've never played Withering Waves. I never tried it out. The only thing I know about Withering Waves is how comedically difficult one of the characters' names is to say. I remember the drip marketing coming out, and I was like, oh, nobody's gonna know how to say that.
The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Law Fu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war dance. Suddenly suspending it indefinitely would create numerous challenges for them.
You know, I made one tweet about it, making fun of Judger's name, and then that's all I know about.
But of course, not everyone disagrees with your idea.
Shenzhou is powerful, but not being able to protect their own guests would make them lose face. They're tourists. Tourists suck, so yeah.
Really?
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, presumably. Ule's escape and your discovery of Borisin's spies at Stargazer Navalia. Even a child could guess that these events were orchestrated.
Yeah, it's just two of the syllables that are the most foreign to Western speakers, like Western language speakers, smashed together in one name is so funny. And I wanted to go and like look at people trying to pronounce her name for the first time at like her drip marketing or whatever, but I couldn't find anything because, you know, not nearly as much Withering Waves content. Pronounce it correctly in game. Oh, that's fun. Cause one of my pet peeves, right now with League of Legends, is there is a character in the game. There are actually a couple of characters in the game. There are 2 characters in the game which are based on Chinese mythology, and one of them is fucking Sun Wukong, right? But the other is a guy whose name is spelled Xin Zhao. That's how you would pronounce it in the Chinese. But everyone, including the fucking casters for the esports, say Xinjiao. Which drives me up the fucking wall.
The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Luofu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hule actually does anything.
So what do we do?
We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Luofu, acting as if nothing has happened.
As if nothing has happened? Yan Qing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host ringmaster gone, how are we supposed to act like nothing has happened?
Can I just say, I find it really comedic that there is a very serious discussion about, like, life or death of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, maybe even thousands of people here. Absolute massacre of all of these Foxians. And March is here with the goofiest ass smile just smacked on her face. This girl never takes a single moment seriously.
That's why I called the two of you here.
Are you suggesting Yunli take Yanqing's place as ringmaster? Are you planning to take up the role of ringmaster yourself, General Huayan?
Master Yunli, is General Huayan asking you to be the ringmaster?
No, that's not the case.
General Huayan, are you asking me to take Yanqing's place?
You caught on quickly, Miss March. That's exactly what I mean.
She is always smiling and she's beautiful for it. Her head is also just empty. Yeah, she has no thoughts. I love her.
But Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Luofu in the ring? It will make the Xianzhou Luofu a laughingstock.
Dear child, the nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an outsider?
So, all I'm saying, Phantom, is I don't think tests are supposed to take that long. That's one of the things that my software professor has been telling us about our current sprint is you should not be taking very long to do some of your tests.
We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter. Yukong, please explain to them the rest of the arrangements.
It's been going on for yeah, no, that's some jank right there. That is some jank. Yeah, I'm assuming you coded it. That's some jank coding. Ling shot, okay. Yeah, look into optimizing some of that if you can.
I am sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides of the same Xianzhou Luofu, and it is my honor to serve the Ten Lords' commission.
I could, but the report is worth more than the implement. Okay. Oh, okay. So if your implementation doesn't matter, then because for my software engineering class, the implementation matters. The implementation matters. So if it takes us 3 hours to run our tests, then we're doing something wrong. Look, if your computer isn't crying, then what's the point? True.
I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the shackling prison.
Yes, she's pretty, but also that gaze, I still cannot get over that one light code. That I just,
Borison infiltrated the
that
prison
light
in the
cone has, like,
sky and
traumatized
released
me.
the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge HYV from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties and commanding Arumaton spectral envoys and spiritfarers to quickly restore order in the affected areas.
I, and the 2 behind me, will go deeper into the prison to investigate.
But, General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous. Your presence would be...
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hule has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy is being held hostage by the Borison. His fate is unknown. This is a grave matter.
Let's see, which one is it? It is...
Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hule herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Law Fu owes her something in return for her fervent determination.
It is Return to Darkness. Yeah. Yeah, read Return to Darkness, the lore for Return to Darkness. It is haunting.
How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hule was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yaoqing messengers were ready to escort him? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind behind all of this.
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Law Fu. Backing down now will only encourage them to further endanger the peace here.
The Ten Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha, I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenging journey.
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like to start, General?
Let's start with those Borison disguised as Foxians.
My
It's like
people
adding
have
broth
already
to a
prepared the
soup.
evidence.
But it's just the context of it is so haunting to me. I can't get over it for like it's so cool. It is so cool. Let me pull up. I'm actually curious. What her tones are. Ying shot. Okay, got it. I really hope we don't have to get into a fight. Holy shit, she's ranged. Didn't expect that. Yeah, she pretty much isn't. I mean, she's kind of stuck in a samsara cycle almost. I think I can replace Run Mei with Ling Sha and have Fei Xiao in here.
The creature in the burner is quite impressive.
No. I
Can we use it as a decoy?
Ling Sha works really well in super break teams, right? What's up, Legacy? Welcome. Just in case, so I'm gonna do my Firefly team.
March, lead the counterattack. I believe in you.
Who's my third for this run, May? I think.
It's you again. As all.
Go.
According to Lieutenant Yenqing's report, he stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he discovered that they were actually Borson in disguise. This is one of the bodies.
Looking at him now, it's hard to imagine how he transformed into a Foxian.
My alchemists detected some complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borson were able to disguise themselves as Foxians.
What does that, what does that mean?
Simply put, Foxians and Borson share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them. This medicine allows Borson to temporarily change their shape into that of Foxians.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true form will soon be revealed?
The only natural response, medicine, is now outlawed. Screw disabled people, you are not allowed to take your medicine anymore, just in case. Of course, they have fast metabolism, so the effective medicines don't last long. An infiltration technique with the general's familiar with.
Indeed. This means that these Borson have a steady supply of the medicine within the Lafu.
God damn, what is it about the fucking Alchemy Commission getting... You idiots, okay. This is literally the entire previous...
Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again.
How deep is this corruption? What the fuck?
When I was sorting through the prescriptions they use, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain their normal appearance. When I compared it to the medicine found in the Borson's body...
They're one and the same, aren't they?
The medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the principle remains the same.
Since ancient times, the Borson have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings. Yet, in order to save their warhead, they were willing to disguise themselves as Foxians. Their determination is quite remarkable.
I do kind of like that. I do enjoy Ling Sha's why the fuck am I being called in to the office when it's like 3 p.m. on a Sunday vibe. Like, she brings in the always on call, fed up IT guy being called into the office because the people there don't know how to restart a server kind of vibe. And I love her for it.
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise, then following this lead in our investigation seems prudent.
Why the fuck did the intern push to main on a Friday? Fuck.
Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control, so we should proceed cautiously.
Hell yeah.
I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised Borson.
Like, she's still good at her job. She's not lazy about it. She's just really fucking annoyed. A prison guard is collapsed on the ground, her body twisted unnaturally. Examine the remains of the warden.
Incredible strength. The attacker shattered this warden's bones with a single blow.
Bruh.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borson possesses. This is likely the work of Hule.
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borson truly that formidable?
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Lingshaw. To the Alliance, Borson have always been the most formidable adversaries. And Hule is a monster feared even among his own kind. With his strength, Hule united numerous Borson packs, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. They constantly push the Alliance's armies into perilous positions. Over 7 centuries ago, I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations. And I personally witnessed the devastation on the battlefield after Hule appeared.
My man traumatized.
Even with medicinal pellets that suppress the fear caused by his lupitoxin, countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. They couldn't even raise a hand in resistance. If the former sword champion hadn't immobilized Hule with her Frostblade, the outcome of that fateful battle could have been very different.
Jingliao Mansion.
By the end of the battle, only a few of us remained. The crimson moon cast the sheen of blood on all. Everything I saw was painted dark red.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being imprisoned?
Because he couldn't.
On the Xianzhou Jumi, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the stars, reducing them to ashes.
Okay, so they literally just drop him into a fucking star? That's hilarious. General, send this man to the sun. Mods, throw this man into the sun.
Their so-called immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death.
Nothing can escape immortality. The finality.
I don't understand why the Lawfu kept this tumor for so long, leading to the terrible situation we're facing now. But I guess I understand. The people of the Lawfu are known for their kindness. Even when
Yes,
faced with
because
the malignant
torturing
tumor
him
within the Alchemy Commission,
is so much kinder
couldn't
than
bring
just killing
themselves
him.
to cut it out. Instead, they exiled the healer, who tried to solve the problem, to the Xianzhou Jumi.
Yeah, the morally virtuous act here is torturing a beast, and while also running the risk of the beast escaping and killing more people, or just throwing the beast into the sun and being over with it.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Lingshaw. I take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hule was only in prison, I can shed some light on that too.
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past. I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me, General.
All right.
Let's walk and talk. Walk and talk, walk and talk. Average D&D moment? Okay. Get fucked. I don't have Zelo.
Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
What doth my boy
Like
want?
fireflies until everything
When is World Grand
burns to
Finals?
ashes!
November something.
Fight to live!
Boop.
Set the seas ablaze! Stay away. Allow me to purge the root of the problem.
Oh yeah, okay, so what do you do? Ability. Deals minor fire damage to all enemies, at the same time restores HP for all allies. Fuyuan's action advances. What the fuck is Fuyuan? Using skill summons Fuyuan. Okay, that makes sense. It's her summon. When taking action, launches follow-up attack and deals minor fire damage to all enemies. Additionally, deals minor fire damage to a single random enemy. Prioritizing targets in both toughness greater than 0 and fire weakness. Dispels 1 debuff from all allies and restores HP. Using skill repeatedly will increase Fuyuan's action count. Ultimate increases break damage taken by all. Oh my god, yeah, so she's good in super break teams. Increases break damage by all enemies. Deals fire damage to all enemies and at the same time restores HP for all allies if Fuyuan's action advances. Got it.
Be of your body and mind.
Existence is unity.
I need to
The
ult.
mood is set. Let the show begin.
I don't know why I'm ulting. It's this dude is dead.
Fight to live!
Overkill. Ooh. Hello. Come on.
Did this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
No. This is a Borisin in disguise.
Still.
A guard killed him before he could return to his original form.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also 2 Borisin disguised as members of the Skyfaring Commission and the Artisanship Commission. Whoever is providing them with official identities must hold the position of power. Let's search elsewhere.
Allons-y. Traverse. Yes. I want the chest. Yeah, you are probably a enemy too. Yeah. Okay. I don't have Zila. I would totally grab that if I had Zila, but I do not have Zila, so it's fine. Ba-da-da. Do-do-do. I thought we were gonna go up, but that is apparently not the case. I really should take out... I really should take out Zila just so I don't have to deal with this bullshit, but... The wolf-shaped mech disintegrates into a pile of metal.
Yan Qing told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Borisin. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
Yes. The Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that parts of this machine are made from specially refined Borisin biotissue. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild has been researching the biological properties of long-life species, hoping to make medical or combat-related discoveries. However, they haven't dared to cross any lines due to their so-called relationship with the Alliance.
Perhaps to those scholars, Borisin are no different from lab animals. Maybe the Borisin attacked that ship to retaliate against the Intelligentsia Guild for experimenting on them?
No. If it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo, instead of allowing it to end up in the shackling prison. It was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as a tool for the prison break.
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild unknowingly became their accomplices.
Something seems to be hiding in the pile of metal.
Watch out! This thing is still alive!
Okay.
Even after suffering such severe attacks?
Their imitation of long-life species has crossed the line.
I'm so
You know how he feels so lost? He really does. He feels like he's just kind of here.
In position.
Like he doesn't entirely know what he's supposed to be doing. Ow. Ouchie.
May the foul stench dissipate quickly. Time to cleanse the film.
Eternal.
This is set to the seas of blaze!
Firefly is so stupid.
Rhythm get messed up.
Oh my god.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem. Be of pure body and mind. Set to the seas
Sure.
of blaze!
Every petal. All will be swept away by the wind.
Attack detected.
There we go.
It can still move. It
Still
means
old.
it wasn't damaged enough.
Thanks, Jingyu.
Sure, it never moves again.
Thanks, Jingyu. If it's still alive, that means it's not dead, is pretty much what he just told us.
There's more to life. Existence is unity.
Fight to live! Yeah. The truth for everything in this world is bleeding.
Damn, okay. Decent damage. Magi machine goes silent again like a wounded beast drained of blood. It can no longer move.
You haven't answered my question about why Hule was imprisoned in the Lafu instead of the Yao Qing, General. You've been reserved in your response. Could it be that such an arrangement wasn't an honor?
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hule on the Yao Qing lies in the very mech in front of us.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hule's secrets and use them for their own purposes? Just like with this mech? Well, I understand. I've heard that the Foxians on the Yao Qing share a bloodline with the Borisin. And just like the Borisin, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage. The Marshal believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the Borisin did, so...
Exactly. While Borisin see moon rage as a blessing that unlocks their true potential, Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline.
Sorry,
Countless healers of the Yao Qing have attempted to unravel this mystery.
I'm currently texting my brother about LoL esports. Hold on, give me a second. What line were you talking about? We're rooting for any NA or EU team. And I'm rooting for T1 just because of their story. Link shot. Oh, alt line? Okay, got it.
Why can Borisin control the power of moon rage? Can we Foxians break free from this curse? These questions were asked frequently.
Curious to kill the fox, basically. Oh, okay.
Each questioner had good intentions. But the road to catastrophe is paved with good intentions. To the Foxians of the Yao Qing,
That's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hule and the Lafu. It wasn't an honor, but...
Wait. To the Foxians of the Yao Qing, Hule...
To the Foxians of the Yao Qing, Hule was not only the warhead of the Borisin, but also a monster that could be the subject of much research. Hule thus became a poison that corrupted people's minds without their knowing.
Let's see. BLG is China. Gen G and T1 are Korea. And G2 Europe.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions once led to a tragedy on the Lafu that served as a warning to future generations.
The sedition of Imbibitor Lunae.
It always comes back to Dan Heng. Maybe that's why Dan Heng is like out of his league here, is because he knows it always comes back to him.
By imprisoning Hule and the Xianzhou Lafu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yao Qing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou Lafu to refrain from repeating its mistake.
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou Alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races Foxian, Vidyadhara, and Cienjo natives form an alliance, will there be a promising future for all?
Don Hung there, like, yeah, he's like, I have nothing to do with this. I'm a different person now. Yeah.
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
You said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Zhuming. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Don Hung, who had just finished his hatching rebirth, so that he would regain the memories of his past life?
What did you just say?
It always comes back to Don Hung. This man is like the reason like anything happens on the Luofu.
She believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor, quelling the strife within their clan and bringing everything back on the right path. But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, the 6 charioteers decided that the Alchemy Commission would no longer have a cauldron master. Until your arrival now.
If that's the case, I should thank you for protecting my mentor by exiling her, General.
Quite the contrary. I should be the one thanking you.
Like, I didn't even ask for anything, you just considered it. Exactly. Yeah, that's the I feel bad for Don Hung just because of how much he didn't ask for any of this. Like, yeah, he fucked up in a past life, but then for some reason somebody was like, oh, it would be really funny if we gave you those memories back, even though you're not technically supposed to have them. And then like
Thanking me.
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species
Jingyuan is
truly
doomed to
achieve that
remember
goal
it. Don Hug is
in
the
their
accidental
long,
main
drawn
character.
lives?
Man keeps getting
For
fucking
example,
dragged into the
you
main
were
plot.
implicated along with your mentor.
Saparata moment.
Forced to leave your homeland without knowing the truth.
Don Hung is just saps.
And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this challenging task. Shouldn't I be thanking you instead?
I don't know if Legacy is still in chat, but that's the joke that he's gonna get. The fucking Don Hung is just sap.
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, the divine foresight. You won't even leave me any excuses to hold a grudge against you.
All 4 remaining members are just Shinji sitting there. Yeah, exactly. It's just, why does this shit keep happening?
But let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially, not to choose sides.
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Lingshaw. At the end of the day, both you and I stand on the side of the Alliance, don't we? Let's keep going.
Does Don Hung technically fall on the sins of the father trope? That is an incredible question, Ozzy. Let us look up the definition of sins of the father. Okay, this is a really good question, actually. So, the act of exacting revenge upon the descendants of the one who originally did the wrong. Why someone would target the descendants rather than the one who originally did the wrong tends to vary. The original offender may not be alive for the victim to go after and make suffer. The descendants benefited or still benefits from his ancestors' crimes, or they are physically incapable of doing or going after the prime target due to other circumstances that prevent their revenge. So they choose to go with a more possible approach. This is especially true of villains who are immortal or undead, or many a sealed evil in a can, whose hatreds can take years, if not decades or centuries, to fester or grow. Yeah, no, I'd say that fits into Sins of Our Father. It's a really funky, like version of it, but it is, I'd say that fits pretty solidly into Sins of the Father. Okay, let us keep on going. Yeah, my brother texts me, is like, when is the League of Legends World Finals? And I was like, it's like November 2nd. And he's like, why is it taking so long? They've already started it. I had to explain to him like how the format works, how the tournament is being run, and then he asked me like, oh, who are the favorites? Who are we rooting for? Yada yada, because he's a huge sports fan. So I had to give him the rundown of like the powerhouse teams and who I personally am rooting for. So, examine the Mara-struck remains.
These Mara-struck soldiers don't appear to be escaped prisoners.
They're like the nicest sibling in the world. I tend to like my brother. He's kind of a cool dude. Today was the last day. I think today was the last day of Best of One. Yeah. Tend to.
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
I'll tell my brother to go away. I mean, fair. There's always some kind of grief at one point. Yeah, and that was us growing up, but I mean, we're very chill with each other now. Yeah, I mean, even then, like growing up, me and my brother never really had the stereotypical sibling fights. Really? So like, yeah, I don't know, it's weird. My brother's a transphobe. That's not fun. That sucks. My brother's wife is bi, so like, I love my family. Love my family so much.
The messenger named Morza did say that there were two groups of attackers. The other attackers, aside from the Borison, could hide their tracks. I believe he was referring to these people.
Hide their tracks?
Hello, Stephanie, welcome. How are your errands?
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used Cloud Hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful observation, no one can detect them.
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
What's on your mind, Miss Lingshaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And considering the Vidyadhara's involvement in the prison's construction,
anybody have a map? Anybody
it
have maybe
suspicion
happen to
about the
know
role
how the
in this.
hell to do this? Maybe just pretending to know. So here's a map, I need a clue. As the scary truth is, I'm flying by and I'm making this up as I go. Sorry.
Additionally, the fact that the Borison need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them covertly.
I love how she's like speaking through clenched teeth because she's so fed up with this shit. It's like, how the fuck did this happen?
Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borison would require someone with significant...
She just wants to clock out.
And the presence of assassins capable of using Cloudhim magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Videodora collude with the Borson and aid in Hulei's escape?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power and influence. Since this edition of Imbibe de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence wane. Being a native of the Luofu, Miss Ling Sha, I believe you understand the implications.
As did, but to be fair, my sibling has a tendency to fight with people. Yeah, no, me and my brother are just so chill. Like, we are both very... It's me, my brother, and my dad are all very heavy people pleasers. So we are very, very chill. We are very conflict averse. So because of that, we like, you know, we sometimes got into arguments, we sometimes got into fights, but like, for the most part, we were very, very chill with each other. And now, like, now that we're grown up, yeah, we have the most like vibe relationship ever. I love it.
However, I don't think the Preceptors are the true masterminds. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses within the Luofu and instigated the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, ultimately leading to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Fentilia.
She's still here.
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone within the Videodora's ranks, you'll need irrefutable proof.
So, what's your plan, Miss Ling Sha?
I'll send an invitation to the Preceptors.
Bait! Hell yeah.
Invitation?
Bait 'em.
The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on the Luofu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. Then, I'll ask them to meet me at Scale Gorge Waterscape.
So alone, she argued with 3 people she's close to. So yeah, no, me and my brother are the exact opposite. We just kind of vibe. Like, somebody wrongs us, okay, cool. It's really funny how, but it can also be a problem. But yeah, we are so conflict averse. We just kind of back away from anything like that. We get it from our father. Our father is our father is just comedically just that way.
I'd like to hear their explanations.
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Ling Sha. The internal affairs of the Videodora should remain under their jurisdiction. And don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over, the hidden truths will come to light.
Ooh, spooky.
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. Hulei was starving in the shackling prison for centuries. I don't know if the messenger can survive in that wolf's clutches. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
Oh fuck. Okay, I didn't expect to go Jiaoqia's. 2 dual hours before the warden convenes, exalting sanctum.
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary arts to be truly effective.
Okay.
The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make
The
all
magic
kinds
of
of medicines
hot pot.
into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered
Hot
and cooked
pot is
together,
overrated.
any kind of medicinal herb or ingredient becomes a delightful delicacy.
I'm saying that as a fact and totally not because I have an intolerance to like 95% of the meat that you eat in a hot pot.
Delicacy. But isn't that just one flavor overpowering the others?
ping pong on Discord or chill. Medicine is just a poison that can hurt or heal. Isn't hot pot to say? Okay. Being allergic to shrimp sucks. I'm not allergic to shrimp. I have an intolerance to red meat. So it causes it can cause hot pot sucks for me because like 95% of the things that you eat at a hot pot is some sort of red meat. I'm also not great with like a lot of oil, grease, and like fried stuff. Specifically, I have a similar reaction to, of just getting really sick and not only being able to eat like a couple bites before I tap out. I'm not, but the smell disgusts me. Yeah, it's. What about shrimp? I can see not liking the smell of shrimp. That makes sense to me. I love shrimp. I love seafood. Seafood is like my main source of meat. Like my primary sources of meat are chicken and seafood. But no, I can see not liking the smell.
Well,
it has a bit of weird smell.
Let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who refuses to eat green peppers, what's the best way to make him eat them?
You don't? That is forcing them to eat something they don't want to eat is slightly abusive, and also if a kid isn't going to eat something, that means you made it poorly. So that's all I'm saying.
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and cook him alive in a pot.
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borisin, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process, so you can't experience complex flavors. Only the saltiness of blood and flesh truly awakens your appetite.
Poverty hit. No, okay. That's a really funny misspelling of puberty. That is. But then poverty hit, and now I'm allergic. Developing food allergy. That does sound terrifying. It's like, oh, I was fine before, and now, whoop, I'm in anaphylactic shock. Whoa. That sounds scary. The trouble with red meat, yeah. It's not dangerous or anything. It's just, it's just I get a little sick, which is, it's so weird. It's such a weird reaction. Like I have a hard time like describing it to people because it's not quite nausea, but it's also not. It's so strange because it doesn't cause any digestion issues like something like lactose intolerance. It's not anaphylaxis. It's not anything like it's not like an IBS thing because I don't have IBS. Like it's the weirdest thing. It just makes my stomach feel really uncomfortable. Is the best way I can describe it. And like I lose my appetite after like a couple bites of, or even like 1 or 2 bites of red meat. It's just strange. It's so weird. So not a doctor, I just play one on TV. Yeah,
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers right now. Otherwise, I'd happily stuff them into your mouth and cook you alive in a pot.
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs.
See?
This way, the flavor of the meat overpowers the taste of the peppers. And even a fussy child can
I need
enjoy
an acting
them.
gig so I can say that. That would be really funny. Imagine fucking Hugh Laurie going around giving like medical advice. Like, don't trust me. I'm not a doctor. I just play one. Mock Talk's voice lines are on. Yeah, he's so just.
I just boiled your tongue in this hot pot. I know you're trying to buy time until someone comes to your rescue. You said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Luofu, right? Well, she did come back. But, unfortunately, I also found out that she committed serious crimes and was escorted to another Xianzhou ship. Do you really think you can delay our departure by provoking Lord Hulei's desire for revenge with your clever little tongue?
They are cool. I think they're cool villains. I think they take the hilariously evil archetype of villain they do it pretty well.
You see Borison as savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou.
Jing Liu is in another castle.
We know all about your tracking tricks. Like the jade abacus you're carrying, and the side cranes in the sky. The more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes. I wonder if you can maintain your composure when I tear your throat open.
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine. And it will wear off soon, right?
Lord Hulei!
Oh, you pathetic Foxians. For thousands of years, we were the ones who allowed you to live, and who granted you civilization. But in the end, you chose to betray us for the freedom promised by the Xianzhou people. But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you obediently return to us. No matter how far you run away.
I swear to God, if you actually find Scott hot, I am concerned for you. Don't be down bad for the capitalist. Neither one of these are gonna work.
Hulei. Have you ever wondered why it took them 7 centuries? The Borison's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts before giving you hope for returning home?
I saw a video about what?
Lord Hulei.
Comparing Scott and that one NPC in Inazuma main quest? Oh, I didn't know that.
Now they're being crushed by the
Of course I didn't know that. I completely...
Yao Qing. By a Foxian.
You know the joke, right?
They're hiding in remote corners.
Y'all
of the
know the
cosmos,
joke.
Trembling with fear like a wounded beast on its last legs. Reaching out desperately for any fake hope of salvation. Which, in this case, is you.
Inazuma Bad Lamau.
Merlin's claw of the Yao Qing. A Foxian. Very interesting. Tell me, Montauk, is he speaking the truth?
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack. Cannon fodder, a thief! She stole our power and used her knowledge about us to fight us, using every dirty trick in the book.
Yeah, it probably is. I don't know what. I was talking about it with some friends. I have been intending to just. I need to reinstall my OBS because it is like my installation of OBS is years upon years of iteration on top of itself. I think I couldn't go wrong with just like repairing it or reinstalling it, because there are some issues with it aside from just the sound fuckery. But I don't want to. I don't want to. It's so annoying. I like it, but also I need to fix it.
And she bested you, Moktok. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated.
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality, named Mongus, who showed us the way. Her guidance brought us hope.
It's mangas, and it's just Fantilia. Shaban and Skrullum, probably. I also think Skrullum will be playable at some point. We just keep getting debated. Like, I remember leaks from a while ago, from like 1.2 or whatever, like, or whatever Skrullum was first revealed in game. It was like, oh yeah, Skrullum's next patch, and then look at where we're at now. Any day now. Any day, we'll get Skrullum. Although yeah, Shaban I would love, just because, yeah, she would be cool. I doubt it, but she would be fun to have.
This prophet, Mongus, what does she want?
Ooh, is Hule gonna turn on Fantilia? That would be cool. That would be really cool if Fantilia just turns on her.
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borisin have been divided for too long, and only your return can unite all the packs, restoring us to our former glory. That's when we learned that you were still alive. It must have been a manifestation of the Master of Immortality. And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yao Qing would take you to her ship during the Lafu's war dance, and that it would be our best chance to infiltrate and free you from your prison. And just as she said, we did it!
Chris marketing or cross fingers for Sunday drop marketing. I'm wondering if I would find it so funny if they just said, yeah, no, fuck you. Like, what if they just forget about Sunday? Like, what if they give Sunday the Skrullum treatment and they just forget about him, and we just get two like random ass characters? Like, because last time we got we got like who was the random ass character that we got? That was like the graffiti bitch. What was her name? Yeah, like they pulled her out of their ass. Repa, yeah, Rappa, that's her name. Which is, I don't know how to feel about her. She feels a little appropriative, to say the least. To say the least. Yeah.
Even if you managed to set Hule free, you'd have no way to escape.
We've already prepared our ships, and the Prophet's prediction will surely come true.
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison, but you're just trapped in another cage, known as the Law Fu.
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord Hule! I assure you that our star skiffs will soon arrive. Right now, everyone in the Lafu is distracted by the stupid war dance, so this will be the perfect chance to escape. Once you've returned to your territory, your revenge against the Xianzhou ships will be within reach.
Perfect chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet. and become a mere puppet in her clutches. Her plan is full of flaws. The only paths she has prepared for you are escape and death. Listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become prey.
Is Moktok voiced by Nisuke?
From now on, you'll follow my orders.
I have no idea. Like the Demon Slayer Inosuke? Whoever he's voiced by, it doesn't look like it's been. Ooh, it doesn't look like it's been confirmed.
Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will
Bryce
close the
Papenbrook?
ports, Jiao
I
Cho,
swear to fuck if that's Bryce
I'm now
Papenbrook.
giving you a chance
That
to
would
go
be
and see it for yourself.
ridiculous.
Go to the ports. Come back.
If it is Bryce
and tell
Papenbrook, then
me
that
what
is
you saw.
that is Inosuke, which is stupid. I swear, if they secured Bryce fucking Papenbrook for a minor character in a quest, that would be so dumb. If you're gonna get Bryce Papenbrook for an English VA, lock him as a playable character, not mock talk. IMDb gives me Kamran Nikhad. Let's see. That's Hule. I think we were talking about mock talk. Heroes and Legends are in Terra. Huh. Yeah. Bryce is actually mock talk. That is ridiculous. Why? You spent so much money. Because Bryce Papenbrook is like the English male voice actor. Like Christina V is the female voice actor. Bryce Papenbrook is the dude. He is literally fucking Kirito. So his rates are not cheap, and you lock him for mock talk and not a playable character.
Wait, what did you just say?
But my lord! Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a cub mock talk?
Okay,
No, I've never heard anything like that. I wasn't trying to defy your will.
Yeah, Bryce Papenbrook, Eren Yeager, and fucking Kirito, Andy Inosuke from Demon Slayer, and so many other things. Let's see, like, what else is he, like, from? He's everywhere. He's Cat Noir in Tales of Ladybug with Christina V. Who else? I know there's way more like stuff that he's known for aside from Kirito. He's a bunch of people in Naruto. Yeah. It's just, he is everywhere. Not a playable character yet. True, Stephanie. Makoto Naigi. Yeah, exactly. Persona 5. Yeah, Mr. Hiruta. Hiruta is one of the one of the teachers at your high school. I'm pretty sure. You know, he's literally just one of your school teachers.
I'm offering you a
He's in BSD.
once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Don't you want to run away, Jiao Chou? You will come back. Because Foxians like you always obediently return to their masters, no matter how far they run away.
Huh. Okay. None can hurt me. That is wishful thinking, my man. I like how it's the exact same place the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were using in that quest. Like, it's the exact same, like, that is not subtle, dude. You are in the exact same hideout as before. Okay.
I can't believe he actually let me go. What game is he playing?
The most dangerous game moment.
Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. No. Perhaps I can just escape.
Ground. Foxian with a cold expression gazes at Jiao Chou. There is a sharp pressure to the gaze, carrying as if a warning to the healer that says, "Every clever little thought you bear might lead to severe consequences you will come to regret." So he's in a panopticon situation right now. He is in a panopticon. Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense.
Just as I suspected. He's testing me. The Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation inside the shackling prison for some time. Will General Fei Xiao personally lead a squad to capture Hule? For now, I'll do as he asked.
Okay. I'm very tempted to see what happens.
Square for me.
I am very tempted to see what happens if I go and do stuff. Also, before I do any of that, I'm gonna prep a team that actually, like, works. You find out what happens either way. True. Getting help is, yeah, okay. Just do what we're told. Starskiff's pilot is just an ordinary but hardworking individual who ferries people from place to place every day. Understand if you thoughtless... What is that sentence? Okay. Understand if you thoughtlessly ask him for... Understand if you thoughtlessly ask him for aid. Okay, they forgot an LY there on thoughtless. That's strange. Understand, if you thoughtlessly ask him for aid, you will reap severe repercussions regardless if the outcome is a success or failure. Remember, be mindful of your words and actions.
Would you like to board my star skiff?
You keenly notice that the Foxian passenger near the Scarsiff pilot are looking you up and down. How many passengers can you accommodate?
Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate that many. But I have a larger one that will arrive in less than 15 minutes if you need it. So, where would you like to go? We need to hurry wherever we're going. The war dance is about to start, and the Skyfaring Commission is prioritizing star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter.
Yeah. Translation. Yeah, translation team, localization team about to get fucked over. 10 million apologies. Apologies. Have the Cloud Knife closed
the ports? Why would they do that?
Do I need to retry? Okay.
Would you like to board my star skiff?
Okay, okay, so it's just kind of a choose your own adventure.
Well, we need to hurry wherever we're going. What? Are you joking?
Okay. Oh, so is the red the right answer?
Would you like to board my star skiff?
Well, we need to hurry wherever. Keep what quiet?
Red is the dangerous answer. But then why is it only letting me progress with the red answers? There's a man watching me right there. Okay. Oh, you need to go to the other people. So there's a realm keeping orderly. Nothing seems out of the ordinary in the harbor. Love that. Let's try it. If you thoughtlessly ask her for aid, you will reap severe repercussions regardless of the outcome as a success or failure.
Hey there. I noticed you'd been...
Okay. Let's see what happens.
Could you please provide more?
You can pick the red choices, but it will have consequences. You'll find out what would have happened if you picked the safe answers. If you pick the red. So is the only way to progress through the red answers? No? Then why was it booting me back? Huh. I'm nervous though. Nervy. Oh, got it. Okay.
Wait,
I was brought here by the Borisin.
All right, I'll call for
There's the guy in the back watching us. Maybe you should tell someone. I know, it's crazy. I told you guys.
Stop asking. I'm off. Can't you just stop asking? You're not one of us. But I smell a
The Warhead sent me here to check on the situation.
Have the Cloud Knights close the ports?
No, not at all. Instead, the Skyfaring Commission is clearing routes to prioritize star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter.
The ports haven't been closed? What is going on? Stalling won't help. It's time to confront Hule and see what tricks he's up to.
I'm sorry, but...
Oh, that was our main objective. Oh, okay. I thought he was a secondary objective. I thought the guy with the boat was the main objective. Never mind.
If I can help you. Hi.
Borisin are hiding in the
Borisin?
These Borisin are disguised as Foxians.
Will you please wait here for a while?
I cannot, sadly. Consequences time, yep. Your actions will have consequences.
Would you like to board my star skiff?
Well, my little star skiff. We need to hurry wherever we're going. Keep what quiet? The Realm Keeping Commission? It's right.
Okay. Ripperoni. So you're just gonna... I mean, might as well, right? Might as well, I guess? Like, what the fuck else am I supposed to do? Might as well. This isn't gonna end well for Jiao Qiu either way, so might as well.
You're back, Jiao Qiu.
Yeah, all of them were plants. Of course they were.
Come and take a good look.
This Cloud Knight says there's official business that requires my cooperation.
What are you trying to do, Moktuk?
Nothing to do? I told you to go to the... Remember, the...
So you can crack of bones, echo through this... Oh, rip. They weren't plants, they were used as collateral.
You want to prove to me that...
They also did this in an open-air garden right off the busiest, probably the busiest section of the entire Luofu. Whoa.
Oh, exactly as you said. So...
No.
They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise, for fear is more deadly than
You got them
claws
killed?
and fangs.
Small price to pay.
What lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst a flock.
I mean,
my
to be
cubs
fair,
are
right?
hungry, ready to feast on flesh and blood.
Here's the thing,
reveling in
right?
your fear.
That choice would have been really powerful if they had have shown the actual consequences instead of it just being a black screen with text. Think something like Life is Strange and the dog and killing the dog, right? killing the dog in like chapter 1 or 2 is the only way to make sure no one dies in that one scene later in like chapter 4 or 5, right? So like also Spec Ops: The Line, there are so many choices in that game which have a lot of weight to them because you yourself are making them, right? You are killing people. You are stranding people. That kind of stuff. Hey, spoilers, it's kind of minor. The spoilers there are kind of minor. And it's a really cool moment, so I'm gonna talk about it anyways. Just because of how much of how good of an example of like it is about how Life is Strange is kind of a fuck you to the Telltale like structure, but those games make you feel bad about your choices and make you feel bad for NPCs because of how much weight it puts on them, right? Like in Life is Strange, it's that fact that there's so much distance between the choice and the consequence, like that there's the emphasis on the choice and the consequence is so big in Life is Strange is because there is a distance that you cannot undo. Every choice in the game you make, you can undo. And you can see, you can undo the most recent immediate choice that you made to see the outcomes, but the dog choice has an outcome that doesn't like manifest until like a couple chapters later, way too late for you to undo it and do the thing, right? That's the impact of that choice. Spec Ops: The Line, you are like physically making the choice. And the cool thing about Spec Ops: The Line is all of the choices that you have in the game to either kill or not kill people, for the most part, you are given the choice to not kill people, but you have because it's a video game, your prompt, you just assume it's not going to let you do that, right? Like there's a scene where you're in a group and you're in a crowd of people, right? Of people that are stranded. You're in a group of the people that are stranded in Dubai. They're citizens. They're civilians. They're not harmful, but they hate you because you stranded them. And the only way to get them, and they're getting in your way and stopping you from progressing. Most video games, the choice, you're a military man with gun them down, right, is the choice that the game is communicating to you, but a very equally valid choice that works just as well is shooting into the air and scaring them off. But most players are going to just gun this crowd down because that's what video games are. That's the choice that you are being forced to make, and you are making that choice. And that makes you feel bad. I'm not talking about Life is Strange anymore. I'm talking about a completely different game. But you making that choice makes you feel bad because you were killing NPCs even though you didn't have to. This whole situation, yeah, I killed 3 NPCs, but okay, cool, sure. I don't people are gonna die anyways, and I didn't have to face the aftermath. I didn't physically do it. I didn't physically bomb a civilian camp with white fire. There's no impact to it. There's no build-up. It's just kind of okay.
Your calm facade will soon crumble. I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones anytime. There's no escape from me, Jiao-Cho.
All of that to say, this could have been a cool moment, but it wasn't. It just fell very flat.
Of course. You can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember, you're not the only hostage in this city. If you try anything funny, innocent people will die because of you. Now, let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktok says she's here for me, which means she'll be hunting me herself.
But yeah, Life is Strange is a really cool game because of that. I very highly recommend them. The first game I've heard is very good. Or no, the first game is very good. The other games I've heard are also good, but not nearly as good as the first game. So yeah.
Before the hunt begins, I need to know my opponent. You can refuse and play tough, or you can cooperate and save us both some time.
And the soundtrack is amazing.
Healer.
True. I avoided the red text. I think it could have been a very powerful moment, Spooky. It could have been a very good moment. It could have been something along the lines of Spec Ops. Okay, nothing will be along the lines of Spec Ops, but like it could have been powerful and like kind of a, oh fuck, this dude isn't screwing around. But no, it was just kind of a, now they're gone. Woo. Nobody cared about them. Because I think one of the most interesting things, like, people will get on a game for being gory or being too graphic, right? And that's a big thing about like censored movies or censored books or whatever. But 95% of the time, that is what makes things land. That's what makes these moments work like that. Spec Ops is a game I've been meaning to play for a while. It's so good. I love it. Oh my god, it does so many cool things with player agency, and it's just so fun. The ending is so psychedelic and weird. Yeah, I love it. It's a great game. You can't get it on Steam anymore. I don't know where you can get it now, but if you're able to play it, it is really, really good. But yeah, so in like games like Spec Ops are criticized for being really violent because, you know, you have a scene where you gun down a group of innocent civilians or bomb them with nitrogen, or bomb them with I forget what the weapon is, but it's an outlawed like chemical weapon. But it's that like the fact that you are doing it yourself is what makes it really bad. And there's like a bunch of movies that are criticized for the violence. I'm thinking of Manhunt. Manhunt was a game that was like really in the heavy crossfires of video game censorship. That game is disgustingly violent. White phosphorus, that's it. That's the weapon. Can't get it on Steam anymore now. It got taken down a while ago. But like Manhunt, that game is literally about snuff films, right? It's about making snuff films, making films of killing people, and it's disgustingly detailed and violent, and the sound design is terrifying. But that's the point, right? The point of Manhunt is to be disgusted. You don't play Manhunt and enjoy it. That's the entire point of the game. Is you are a normal person if that game makes you uncomfortable. It's kind of like there is value in showing stuff like that, but this scene skimping out on it shows the value of that. Of like, now they're gone. You didn't see anything. You didn't hear anything. It just told you what you heard. There's no impact to it. It's just, yeah. And like, I know there's censorship problems here, but like, this scene is a very good example of how important stuff like that is, even though if it is very uncomfortable to make and for the audience to consume. Anyways, if he's letting him talk. Does he just fucking die? Okay.
Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream. That way no one will die in vain. But remember, the next time you refuse me, I'll crush your healing hands.
Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know about her. But I expect something in return. You can torture me until I talk. Or let's save us both some time. Warhead. Here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries of torture? Borison aren't supposed to live that long, or possess such regenerative abilities.
So, is that why the Shanzhou Yao Qing wanted to take me away? Oh, to some, I'm a hostage, but to others, I hold the secrets they desire.
Do the Foxians want to be a long life species? That makes sense, actually.
I still remember. In the early years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. They extracted my blood and marrow, trying to unravel the mystery of moon rage. They wanted to conquer their fear of the Borison and free themselves from their bloodline. Unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret. So, they resorted to the most brutal punishments they could imagine.
Short of just yeeting him into the sun, which honestly he deserves.
Some seek
literally
power
committing
to
genocide.
destroy their enemies, while others seek power to become their enemies. Which one are you, Jiao Zhou?
None. He wants to help his allies.
Ah, I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer of the Yao Qing.
Yeah.
You seek power to share it with others, and to, well, then let me tell you the answer you seek. In our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borison, was dissatisfied with his limited lifespan and power. He yearned to dominate the skies and become the master of all the stars.
I'm thinking of Durin, Durin the dragon. Okay, that confused me very heavily. I was like, I know that name. No, it's Durin. That is weirdly close.
To achieve his goal, he sacrificed the lives of countless Borison and Foxians, pouring them into the spring bestowed by the Master of Immortality. Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle. The lunar embryo.
Okay.
Duran ascended the birthing bed and obtained what he desired. A heart in the shape of a deep red full moon. He cut open his chest and replaced his original heart with this crimson moon.
I don't like the wording of that at all. From the bed, Duran, and they're wolves howling like the wolf. Okay, anyways, such a stupid joke. Okay, you know, the wording here is weird. He yearned to dominate the skies and become the master of all the stars. To achieve his goal, he sacrificed the lives of countless Borson and Foxians, pouring them into the spring bestowed by the master of immortality. Fantilia? No. No, not master. Yao Shi. I would assume abundance. Yao Shi, right? If that's what he's referring to. Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle, the lunar embryo. So moon shit. Moon sus. Duran ascended the moon. Attained what he desired. A heart in the shape of a deep red full moon. I'm trying to parse, like, the symbolism here. That is weird.
Laugh all you want, but only I know the truth behind every word. This moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borson warhead. In the ritual that decides the new warhead, the successor cuts open the previous warhead's chest and consumes the divine heart, thus possessing it as their own.
Okay.
Devouring is the true essence of life, allowing us to endure and thrive. It gathers the life essence of all the prey we consume, making us stronger and stronger.
So not an emanator, I would assume. It's just a creation of Yao Shi. Sounds like the veracity? Almost, actually. That's a good point. Although, no, okay, here's the thing though, Chrissy. It's not quite. I think more like Fushan's omniscient. Yeah, exactly. It's a treasure bestowed upon them by Yao Shi instead of, yeah. But here's why I don't think it's veracity, is because it's the fact that it gives Hule such, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, like, he has such, such vitality is the word I'm looking for. He has such vitality, and he has the regenerative powers, and he has that life about him. But also, the big thing of like the big thing about Yao Shi is, oh no, okay. No, that's weird. Because Yao Shi isn't about death. She's the opposite. She's about life, right? The hunt is... Because I was thinking, like, think about a regular ecosystem, right? Which Yao Shi represents. You're going to have wolves that feed and devour other animals. The veracity is much more of the extreme there. Doesn't Hule have more of the veracity? True. Wanted to take a nap and fell into a fucking coma? Yeah, no, that was me last week. If you wondered why I didn't stream last weekend, it's because I slept in until 12:30. Yeah, last week I was in a coma. Although true, let's actually, what is the veracity look like? Now that I actually think through it, it doesn't fit my, yeah, it doesn't, like, they don't really fit very well into Yaoshi in abundance. Like that's, yeah, this color right here, exactly right here, is giving me that Ouroboros vibe, because Ouroboros has this like this jade green of her serpents. Their serpents. How's the quest going? A lot of yapping so far, but it's going good.
I thought all hope was lost after 7 centuries of torment. But now, this heart is beating once again. All right. Now it's your turn to tell me everything about the Merlin's Claw.
She's a Foxian, and she's hot as fuck.
Jiao Cho, I found you.
I'm what's up? I always thought the concept of veracity represents greed. It would be gluttony, but yeah, generally yes.
I know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly, you already have intelligence about the Borisin?
What's coming in clutch? But yeah, the veracity, that's a good way of thinking of it, of describing the difference between what I thought they were and how they work in veracity. Because like the hunt, like Lan's entire deal is keeping Yaoshi in check, right? Balanced ecosystem. A balanced ecosystem requires Yaoshi, abundance, and Lan, hunt. Controlled death, right? Stuff like that. Veracity is eat until there's nothing left, right? Gluttony. Continuing to eat, no control, no, yeah, nothing like that. It's just eat and eat and eat and eat until you can't eat anymore, right? I was thinking maybe the Borisin fit in kind of this, in a more regular hunt, like hunter sort of situation, but again, abundance doesn't do the death. Abundance doesn't cover death at all within their domain. It's just life and the creation of more life, or this prevention of death, right? Veracity, so there wouldn't be room for the Borisin, who are obsessed with eating and killing and hunting. They wouldn't really belong under the abundance. They would belong under Ouroboros. So Ouroboros for Banner Wen. Ugh.
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Wadza?
General, before we completely lost contact with Jiao Cho, I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus. It won't take long before we locate their whereabouts.
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate the Borisin? Why are we returning to Star...
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borisin. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call ourselves the hunters now, chasing them blindly will only make us become the prey.
How can Hille possibly hunt us down?
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been imprisoned for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us numerous Lawfu Cloud Knights. How could he consider us his prey?
Not necessarily. Abundance gifted the Shanzhou ancestors without caring about the effects. And that's what I'm talking about. Abundance is just about this caused a lot of death. I mean, okay, yeah. Or do you consider being Mara-struck? Because, like, you don't die when you become Mara-struck. You're just Mara-struck, right? You become insane. It's still life. It's a different form of life, but it's life. Like, that's the gift, right? You live a really long time until eventually you become Mara-struck. And then you just kill other people, right? So, I don't know. So the one Borison has regenerative abilities. The Warhead has the regenerative abilities. I don't doubt that that's something that could have been done by Ouroboros. Because again, the Eons are weird in what they can do. Maybe it's like a, I don't know. It could have been Yaoshua. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hule is not an ordinary Borison that can be easily killed. The advantage in numbers means nothing when we face that monster.
This is kind of one of those situations where the domains of the Eons are kind of melding a little bit. Because you've got a little bit of land, you got a little bit of Yaoshua, you got a little bit of Ouroboros, you have a little bit of destruction, right? Like, it goes back to that my whole Magnus Archives analogy, where in that show the fears are technically one entity. They're kind of like a color spectrum. But like they kind of blend into each other, but sometimes they're more singular when it's kind of like a color spectrum where all the colors blend into each other, but you can tell like that's where yellow is, that's where green is, kind of that kind of thing.
A vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh.
Same thing with Eon domains.
Centuries, is now lurking on the streets of the Luofu right
like
before the war
sometimes they
dance.
overlap.
This is what makes the situation treacherous and unpredictable.
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat, ready to be devoured at any moment.
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will spiral out of control. You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared, waiting for the prey at the most advantageous position.
Right.
What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd, we don't plan on staying here for long. In this case, what do we need most now?
A star skiff to get us out of the Luofu. The Borison we discovered at Stargazer Navalia were actually preparing.
We predict their next move, and let's start from where you found those Borison and corner our prey.
Okay, interesting. Actually enjoyed yapping in this quest. It is more interesting because it isn't purely info dumping. It's a little bit more subtle.
This is
actually
where we
playing
ran
the
into
game like it's
Borison
intended instead of
last
just
time.
using Zila to...
Looks the same as usual.
Fushweni? True.
Because I blocked all the relevant news to make it seem as if nothing had happened. If Yanqing hadn't scared them off, we would not have many clues. However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted. If any Borson wants to stick to the original plan despite the risks, they'll surely come back to Stargazer Navalia to check the situation.
Are you suggesting that there are Borison here at Stargazer Navalia right now?
This is an automated area. So don't you think that there are a bit too many people here today? First, look at those 2 Skyfaring Commission staff members. They've been observing us in secret since we arrived here. Then there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Perhaps he's here for patrol, but each patrol team must consist of 2 members. And obviously, he is not following the rules. Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing Artisanship Commission clothing. He's unusually focused on checking that device. If you have a target in mind,
If they're a Foxian, they're sus. Plot twist, the Borson is Yanqing. Okay.
Who are you?
Hey, chill out. They're just a few... But Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the Cienjo Lafu.
It's Stell.
If the Skyfaring Commission called for a
What
lockdown,
a twist.
there should be official documents proving it, right?
Official documents?
Stellar Hunter's playing the ultimate long
Of course there
con.
are. The Cloud Knights are aware that some people have infiltrated.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, we've received orders from the higher-ups, so we've blocked off this area to prevent any interference with our inspection. Thank you for your understanding.
You mention the higher-ups, but then you don't know who the fuck General Fei Xiao is. Oh.
Lieutenant Yanqing. And, General Fei Xiao?
You're aware of the Borison prison break?
Yeah, I've received the news.
looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter. Have you?
No, everything is normal on the ship.
This is not a location for a Cloud Knight.
Well, this spot offers a great view. Are you here to keep an eye on the Sky Splitter?
Yes.
You've been observing the Sky Splitter.
Honestly, just watching the ship from here isn't too thrilling. I wish I could go on board and witness Lieutenant Yanqing's contests.
Yeah, I like the racial lines. I like the cell lines.
Aren't you supposed to be on the Sky Splitter? Is it alright for you to...
Thank you for your concern.
Okay, he at least knows what he's talking about, slightly.
Hey, you there! Please refrain from wandering around Stargazer Navalia if you're not... Oh, it's you, Lieutenant Yanqing.
Those lines are... What do you mean?
No, not at all. Actually, I'm here to address a peculiar issue.
A peculiar issue?
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled star skiffs being constructed at this dock in Stargazer Navalia. Could there have been an error? And this is just weird. I thought all the pending star skiffs from before the war dance had been scheduled already. I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my work.
So, it seems that some Borison have returned to Stargazer Navalia.
That's my suspicion as well.
Yeah, both of them knew who Yanqing was.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights blocked all relevant news to make it seem as if nothing happened? Stargazer Navalia is not under lockdown.
But on the contrary, those staff members use Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown as an excuse to persuade us to leave. This contradicts the Cloud Knights' plans.
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed. Even if they try to...
Let's get him! Yeah!
Why are you still here?
No. I never issued such an order.
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. Now, I'm asking you a question, so answer me. Tell me, how many more of your comrades are here? Where were you planning to meet Hule?
This woman, she's the general of the Yaoxing. What are you still...
Let's do it! Okay, face out.
Time to show you Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs. What's this?
Hell yeah, merge. Ouchie. Ouchie.
You're falling apart on your own. The fearless knows not fear. How on you?
A quick divination. Converge
Get
and
you
awaken.
up, get heals.
Human creations.
There's more to life.
Whoa.
No matter.
Fangs and claws got dull.
Firefly probably would have been the better choice for this fight, but face out is beautiful, so.
Awesome! It came together.
Some value, I suppose. Eternal.
Firefly can't say true.
You'll make good practice.
I venture forth to hunt. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
She is, yeah, she is absolutely gorgeous. I can't get over it, really.
Run! Tell Lord Moktok about this!
Oh, no, you don't.
Why don't you kill me?
Because I need answers.
You were our war slave, so you should know us descendants of Duran. You want me to talk? Fine. Try whatever you want.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire. Wolves that leave the pack are prepared. But sadly, you didn't catch my partner. He will alert them.
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hule's hideout.
Is this how you leave one side open? You let that Borison escape so you could track him?
This is the most common hunting tactic used by Borison. I know the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape route for their prey, allowing them to
Oh, she's
flee
using their
in fear.
tactics against
Then
them. That is
they
incredible.
chase them like it's a game. Borison get great satisfaction from...
Have you witnessed these things firsthand?
Well, just a hazy past that I can barely recollect. Long ago, I was one of them.
But you're a Foxian, right?
Not all Foxians are lucky enough to be born on a Xianzhou ship. I grew up in one of the worlds where Borison roam, known as the Fallen Territories by the people of the Yaoqing. To the Wolf Masters, Foxians are nothing but property. Cannon fodder used to slow down the Xianzhou.
But you survived. And not only that, you became the general of the Yaoqing.
No wonder I love her so much. She's just Karlach.
I get the chance. I'd love to hear stories of your past, General.
She was pretty much just Karlach. Used as a weapon on the battlefield. And now she's free.
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them. Wadza, we've sent the warning from Stargazer Navalia.
That was a weird
What's the situation
that was a
on your
weird
end?
take on what's his name.
I've found them.
Watsa.
Zhao Cho is trying to stall Hule, and he signaled me to not reveal myself.
I Like, I love the fact that the VAs try the Chinese names, but sometimes they swing and completely whiff.
Trust his judgment and keep watching. We'll be right there.
I believe the warning we sent will stop Hule from attacking Stargazer Navalia.
The hunt is not over yet. Stace.
Akivili. Okay, 1 duel hour before the war dance convenes.
Please, save me. I want to live. Doctor!
Xiao Xiao, find a medical ingenium and give that kid a shot! Hurry!
I see. How's the front line?
The Borison Beast ships have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place is overrun as well.
What about General Yueyu? Any news from her? I'm her healer. I should stay by her side at a time like this.
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must protect the Cloudpeer telescope. General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all back here alive. I've never seen such a brutal fighting style. Her body, it's like she was split open. Just like...
Oh, her blood pressure is dropping. Do you hear me, Xiao Xiao?
Loud and clear. Get me some tumble dust. We've got to start the operation right now.
Is that why you're so determined to learn my secrets? Do you hear me, Jiao Chou?
I do. Loud and clear.
So she saved you all in that great battle on the Xiangzhou Fenghu 3 decades ago. But to your surprise, you discovered her Borison bloodline while she was at death's door. Moktok told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack. Oh, what a twist of fate. Turns out, she's from the same clan as I am.
Now I understand. No wonder she displayed such astounding power, determination, and cruelty in battle. Turns out it's all because of her Borison bloodline. Mutt. Despicable mutt.
That is insane. That is... Wow, okay. So... That's cool. Okay, so how do I approach this? So I initially thought that the whole she was a Borison technically was just she was a Foxian who was born into Borison territory and uses Karlach style, but this is implying that she has Borison blood in her, which is a thing that happens with slavery. Like that, like if, like in America, if you take an African American and you do DNA testing on them, almost always they're going to have some sort of European genes in their blood that they, like if their family has ties to the slave trade, then they are almost always going to have some sort of European blood in them because of the abuse that slaves faced under their white owners, right? As a general, that's dark. I'm surprised they went there. That is crazy.
And she used the gift of her bloodline to destroy the Borison.
That's insane.
Moon Rage, a blessing for wolves, and a curse for foxes. For Borison, to have their bodies torn apart by Moon Rage and transform into a beast, is the ultimate joy. But for you Foxians with poor regenerative abilities, it means certain death. Oh, with the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. The scars on her body will not be caused by enemy weapons, but by the immense power, and in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything to solve this impossible puzzle.
Hule, do you know the saddest thing about being a healer? All this time, I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sacrificed their lives to monsters like you. I exhausted myself, and my hands trembled. But I believed everything I did was meaningful. But once again, they rushed into battle. And then I heard of their deaths. They died under your claws, in your jaws, amidst the flames of crashing star skiffs, and under the Lux arrow of rainbow.
Jiao Cho and Yasano from BSD would vibe. Trauma. Yeah.
Like a useless idiot, I saved a fish named Life out of the cauldron called Death, only to watch it struggle, dive back into the boiling broth.
A fish named Life would be a killer name for a book.
So I asked myself, why were they so eager to run toward their death after they had recovered from their wounds? Why wouldn't they value their hard-won life? All the doubts left me feeling lost.
Yeah, it's serious war. Maybe think of a fish called Wanda. True. That's probably what I'm thinking of when I say that would be a killer book name. It's just a fish called Wanda. Yeah, truly war medic experience.
I can smell your desperation, all the way down to your bone marrow.
Eventually, I realized that their deaths...
Right, that I still didn't come up with a name for the... It's...
They placed...
Sometimes it takes a while.
...the weight of their sacrifice on the living, granting us strength. With a coin forged by their deaths, they exchanged something more in return.
I mean, there's a reason why like a lot of major like novels and whatnot don't get their names until right before publication. Like A Stranger in a Strange Land, the working name for the entirety of the book was a Martian called Smith. Like that's stupid, right? Like that's very common for it to take a minute for titles to pop into your head.
Everything I'm doing now, following you so closely, is just for one reason. Witnessing your death with my own two eyes.
Marketing though, true. I mean, that's a big part of it. You have to have at least some sort of catch or ring to the title. Or do it earlier. I mean, not necessarily. I mean, you could always just go fuck it and name your title the stupidest shit. Like, go a Thomas Pynchon route and just call it a single letter. For your debut novel, too. Like V. Okay. That was a good book though.
Even your death has value.
Well, the balls on that man and his publishers
It will
to
pave the way
name
for
his
a
debut
peaceful
novel
war dance
V.
and a fully cured Feishao.
The thoughts in your pathetic head.
Did you already know this?
Yes, I did. As Borisin, we understand the value of death more than anyone. And as a healer who has witnessed so much death, you won't be swayed by
I used to
fear.
number my short stories instead of giving them actual names. Yeah. Yeah, I did something similar. I gave them very nondescript names. Yeah, I would always give them like super nondescript, stupid names. But I've also kind of fallen into the habit of not starting a work until I have a good title for it, because I like to thematically title my works, right? Like I don't. Yeah. Mention each time that it's a placeholder title. Yeah, fair. That could work. But yeah, I tend to like I give them goofy titles. Yeah, I tend to very like thematically name my works more along the Toni Morrison kind of route, where it's not like jazz. The book Jazz by Toni Morrison has a lot of jazz in it. That's like a central motif of the book, but it's not like the book isn't about jazz. It's just a reference to the central theme, the central motif that is used for. Song of Solomon, similar thing. It's a reference to a section of the Bible, but also has ties into some aspects of the book, right?
What a shame. What
Yeah,
a shame.
go like Japanese light novel
Actually
titles.
sparked a trace of respect for you in my heart.
Green Yuri manga mentioned. Let's go.
Feel respect.
Let's fucking
With
go,
your
Green Yuri.
corrupted heart.
Of course. Because I caught a whiff of my own kind in you. Unfortunately, in the end, you're still just a weak fox.
Also, like 95. I also tend to name my works with as references to things, poetries, lines in movies that I like, books too, stuff like I tend to reference things in my titles.
As the wolf's creed goes, gift the wolf a dead end where new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize.
My man spitting bars all of a sudden.
That's why I'm keeping you alive for now. I want to show you how Borisin truly respect that we will consume your flesh and blood, nourishing our own. We will crush your hopes and dreams, clearing a path for our hunt. Your feeble souls will witness a new future. A future that belongs to me.
Because like something, my favorite part about, or like the reason why I like referencing things in like when I'm titling my works, is because some of the most famous novels ever have done exactly that. The Sound and the Fury is a reference to a Shakespeare. Infinite Jest is a reference to a different Shakespeare. A lot of people reference Shakespeare. Yeah, I don't know. But like, apply that to other things. Norwegian Wood by Haruki Murakami is a reference to a Beatles song. Obviously, a lot of Bible references, but yeah, you know. Shakespeare's just that guy? Yeah, true.
My lord, we received a message. Our arrangement at Stargazer Navalia has been discovered. We must act quickly.
If a reference to a song that matches, you could be careful with that, but you can.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Moktok, what's that noise?
It's the Sky Splitter. The ship that the Wardens will be held on is about to set off. The Skyfaring Commission will clear...
Calm down, Moktok. Look at you now, hiding and fearful.
Shout out to emo songs too, hell yeah.
Dignity.
I've wanted to reference Paranol tracks a couple of times. There are a couple of lines in like Paranol songs that I want to reference.
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return. As long as you can come back to the Boris and Pax, there's still hope.
Hope? The Borisin have forgotten the wolf's creed. Weak creatures put their hope in this, bringing me back instead of choosing a new master. Moktok, let me tell you how the Borisin will rise to power. We won't hide like rats in the streets of the Xiangzhou. We will be ravenous wolves, walking amongst a herd of lambs, with our fangs bare.
But, Great Warhead, our packs are not here. We can't go to war like this.
Our packs are not here. Wherever...
Stay away.
Cutscene, well.
Don't come any closer. No!
Moktok, we're the apex predators at the top of the hierarchy.
I like how they just exist with like a... Was that loud? It didn't look very loud on my meter. That's weird. I find it funny that... Oh no, okay. No, but the oh, like diegetically. Okay, yeah, it was very, very loud. Yeah, that was just straight up a scream. And he's, again, they're in a little garden just off of like the side of the most trafficked area of the entire ship, pretty much. So yeah, it's a wonder they haven't gotten caught yet. What was I saying? I forget. Oh no, yeah, I like how their model is just like built like a Borisin just by default has a manacle over their neck. Like, I swear this is what happens when I get too much into other games. I just continue thinking about things that are not the game. Hold on. It reminds me of Briar from League. Like, they always have the manacles on. Briar always has this thing on. Like, that's the that's the similarity. Like, that's what this reminds me of always. Oh, did not want to do that. Hello. Go away. Wrong button.
As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If
I think Sanctus Medicus owns the house that's right there. I think technically Sanctus Medicus owns this entire thing, but yeah.
Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those Foxians and strike fear into their hearts. Now, you devious monkey.
Chow.
It's funny to think, yeah, it's just a random ass garden.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time, monkey of the Yao Qing. Tell your general, tell her that I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xianzhou La Fu in blood. From this moment on, wolves bearing my blood will hunt on every street, feasting on the followers of that devilish archer. Follow me, my cubs. We shall stride among the prey.
I like to think that like an elderly couple owns this house and garden, and so like when it's late enough, they like retire to bed and whatever for the night, and that's when people come in and start using their garden as like a hideout because they can't hear shit.
Give the wolf a dead end. When new paths arise, raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize.
Why are they rhyming all of a sudden? That's weird. Okay. Anyways. Kool-Aid wrapped it better, yeah.
That? The rumble of the cannons. It brings back my return. Will bring back the wolf's
Kool-Aid versus a rap battle.
In my
when?
own way,
My God.
I shall save our
March? Marchie! Hello, Marchie. Warrens is about to commence.
The Sky Splitter's gun salute is really loud. So this is what the war dance is actually like? I feel like my eardrums are going to burst.
Get yourself some hearing protection, girlie. I don't go to concerts without them.
Well, how could they expect to attract people to come and watch if they didn't make a huge spectacle? March, you haven't forgotten what...
What did I come here to do?
Who am I? Where am I? What am I doing here?
Amnesia 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Look around you. Do you remember anything?
Memories of falling from the sky into Taikian Stadium have come flooding back to me.
Great. You've finally gotten your memory back. And I can put down old metal. As the saying goes, the disciple takes the toil of their master. Remember, you are here under the identity of a Luofu swordmaster, taking the place of your no-good master Yenqing as the ringmaster.
But what am I supposed to do if my opponent for this round is super talented and just wipes the floor with me in seconds?
Will March become a parkour champ? Oh my God.
I don't know where I got the confidence when I agreed to help General
No, this is
Huayan.
PvP Civilization, Rika.
Come on, there's no need to worry about that. If you are defeated, then your opponent shall have to answer to me. Although, if that happens, the honor and the glory of the Xianzhou Luofu shall all be taken by the Juming.
Master Yun Li, please, I'm about to compete. Can you say something that will give me a little confidence?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I know it's not done yet either, because originally all those like the Parkour Civilization movies were released episodically.
March.
As God intended.
About the great storms that you, nameless of the Express, have weathered along your many journeys. There's no doubt that you have faced far more terrifying enemies than your opponents here today, right? Don't you feel a lot more relaxed looking at it that way?
I I've trained hard in the art of swordplay over these few days.
Days.
Time for me to get in the
Wow.
ring and prove myself. Let's go. Master Yunli, I don't think I'm completely ready. March,
Okay.
there is no such thing as completely ready.
Before we continue, I am going to run and take a quick break real quick. So I will be back real quick. Check out the back benches when I get the option. Okay, I will make sure to do that. All right, I will be right back. Hello. Okay, I'm back. Let's get back into it. I have returned. Okay, I have water. I'm set. Okay. So we're waiting for benches to react with, apparently. Hydration? Hell yeah, especially because I took my meds this morning, so I am my mouth is very dry.
This way, please.
My mouth is
I was
incredibly
informed
dry.
of your arrival by Madame Yukong and came to greet you personally. The news that you will be the ringmaster in place of Lieutenant Yan Qing has been made public, Miss March. Just now, as I passed the contestants' hall, I overheard them all discussing this news.
Who is
the
March
most
7?
common question I heard was, who is March 7? If they ask you this, how will you introduce yourself? Do you have something prepared?
Losers have no right. Yeah, beauty,
March
actually.
7th. All right. When people ask you, you might as well tell them this loud and clear.
I see you are both quite relaxed. Impressive, given the imminent danger you face.
Shh, we don't think about that, Shikwe.
Miss Yun Lee's contestant information was registered for the war dance a long time ago. However, as a last-minute entry, the Skyfaring Commission has taken care of the necessary procedures for you, Miss March 7th. Please, follow this path. The contestant hall is just up ahead.
Thank you, Miss Shikwe. Come, let's take a look around the contestant hall. So, this is the contestant hall. Oh, there are so many people!
Wow, and some of them have like weapons on their back.
March, before the war dance begins, allow me to give you, my grandfather always told me, that a weapon mimics its master. That means that a person's weapon... You've seen me wield old metal before, haven't you? Tell me.
Master Yun Lee doesn't have good days, bro. Low blow. Has a fiery temperament.
Waving around such a giant weapon... You're not wrong. My battle style has always been simple and effective. One cut, and it's over. Observing the weapon that your opponent uses, assessing what kind of battle skills they excel at, and where their weaknesses lie, is the key to victory in battle. A shockingly heavy sword like mine, for example, is obviously not suited for a long, drawn-out battle. So, it would be best to find... Why would you... That's the only way to ensure that we have a fair fight, don't you think? I don't want to see you go and lose to someone else, after all.
So she's just a war of attrition.
Now is a perfect opportunity to learn how to evaluate your opponents. Let's use the people here in the contestants' hall to practice. If you know yourself and know your enemy, you will not lose in 100 battles. Know myself and...
Okay. Those are photographers. You are a man with a sword. You are a Cloud Knight. Okay. I want to talk to this guy. This dude fucking... something. Sure. Like, are all of these people supposed to be... like, competing, or... because, like, half of these are indistinguishable from just regular NPCs.
There's no need to rush to the ring.
Oh, okay. That's where the ring is. Well, Madoka Magic could be a good anime to watch with my GF. Oh. Has she seen it before? Have either of you seen it before? No, we both haven't.
I wanted to meet the
Okay.
great Lieutenant Yan Qing I've heard so much about, and finally cross blades with him myself.
I mean... Yeah. So you're watching Frieren, right? That's a super cute, lighthearted, or largely. If you're looking for lighthearted stuff, no, don't watch it. But if you like the dark, if you like very, very, very dark anime, I highly recommend it. It's very good. I very much enjoy it. Go into it blind if you like darker stuff.
Who would have imagined that he would take a disciple and have her be the ringmaster in his place?
And
This is no
if you want to
more
be
than
particularly
running away from a
sadistic,
fight, and is a great dishonor to the Yao Qing.
if you want to be particularly sadistic, you can not tell your girlfriend that the show gets dark, and do that. Because that's what I did with my friends, and they still are mad at me for that. Okay, okay, got it. Got it. Yeah, no, I did that with my friends. They are still very mad at me for that. They still don't, and whenever I have them watch anything of my interests, they always ask, is this gonna be another Madoka Magica? Is this gonna be a similar situation? I have to ensure them, no, this show is genuinely lighthearted the entire time. It's not a bait and switch.
This last-minute replacement, March 7th. Who exactly is she?
I know Madoka is that Girls Can't Love Girls meme. That is really funny. She is just a repressed homosexual. It's fine. I think the show is very good because there's a lot of Frieren, Ava, and something else. Frieren's good. Ava is even darker than Madoka Magica. So if you're good with Ava, then I would recommend Madoka. Yeah. Also, if neither of you are familiar with the Evangelion franchise, I honestly recommend Madoka before Evangelion. If neither of you are familiar with the franchise, ask somebody who is, like myself, for watch order because the show gets a little weird when you get towards the end.
That's right.
What? You're...
Don't worry. I'm a new...
March 7th. Standing before you is a seasoned Cloud Knight who has practiced swordsmanship for over 200 years.
Yeah, okay, because there's a lot of supplementary information.
Tricking the opponent into underestimating me is
there's a lot of
valid
supplementary
tactic too,
content
right?
regarding Evangelion. It's a pretty large franchise, but the original show, the last 2 episodes are really hard to follow, like notoriously so. And so there's a movie that retells the last 2 episodes from a different camera angle that makes the ending of the show make sense, pretty much. I should watch the movies. Are you talking about Rebuild?
Peach blossoms and divine
Didn't mean to do that. Because Rebuild is its own thing.
I am not used to wearing clothes like this at all.
You don't have to rewatch the show in order to watch Rebuild.
Stand in for Lieutenant Yunqing, correct?
I've only watched 24 eps. So, End of Evangelion is the retelling of the last 2 episodes of the original show. Rebuild is an entirely different thing that you can just watch those 4 movies back to back, and it's its own story. Because like the first movie and the first half of the second movie in Rebuild are their own thing, or are kind of like recaps almost, with a couple of details changed, and then halfway through the second movie is where shit just goes off the rails compared to the first 24. The original 24 episodes.
And you are?
As you can see, I am the journalist entrusted with interviewing contestants on site.
I see the Skyfaring Commission has really gone all out as the host.
You should still rewatch the original 24. The original 24 is really good.
That's
Although
right.
it's interesting
a big
watching
event like this just can't go ahead without a few
for me
of us
it
running
was
around.
really interesting rewatching the original 24 after
Competition is
looping
getting started.
around
Could I ask you
after
some
watching
questions that are
Rebuild
on my mind?
because of how different the pacing is. Like, because like the first half of the 24 episodes has to be fit into one movie for Rebuild, it went a lot faster, but like not in a way that felt like the recap movies. So yeah, it was strange. Rebuild is it's really well done. I love Rebuild. I very highly recommend Rebuild.
Know yourself and know your enemy, right? If you accept my interview, you'll learn all about yourself. First, the question that is on everyone's minds. Lieutenant Yanqing is not appearing in today's
Oh yeah,
war
Cruel
games.
Angel's Thesis is a banger.
This is just gossip from unreliable sources, but...
She's so silly. Do we dodge the question?
My apologies, this was very unprofessional. Once the war dance begins, you will be challenged by master swordsmen from many different worlds. Miss
Nothing
March
going on in
7th.
that head, yeah.
Are there any that you're looking forward to facing in particular?
I'm just here to do my best. Will we challenge? Can I face Fei Xiao? I will let her step on me.
March 7th, you are quite arrogant. Thank you very much for accepting.
Anyways, oh, there's a chest here. How did I miss that?
Wonder how.
Do you have any weaknesses?
Yes. Yeah, this is just a regular Cloud Knight Devastator glaive. Oh, I understand what's going on, Miss March 7th. Oh, it's all right. I can't bear to watch other people make things awkward, so I always try to keep the conversation going. But
There are still many guests arriving here.
understood.
I love this man. Love that man. It's
First
great.
round of the war dance is about to begin. Are you...
Me? Looking at these contestants, I understand why you wanted me to know myself and know my enemy.
But yeah, I could yap
feel
about
as nervous
Evangelion
as I
all
did
day,
before.
every day. But yeah, Evangelion, way darker than Madoka Magica. Like, Madoka Magica has moments, but the idea behind Madoka Magica is that, like, women need to stick to each other in order to stay strong, right? Their strength together, for, like, girls at that age. And just women in general, because, you know, Japan, or, you know, the world, misogyny, crazy. But, Evangelion is just dark. There's, like, no hope in the entirety of the show. It is so depressing. Like, it's mind-numbingly depressing.
So?
And I like that.
Do you want to
It's
go out
cool.
and see the ring? Very well. Going.
I'm looking for a bench, apparently. Maybe it's because she spends so much time with Whaley and March 7th. That March 7th has the urge to interrogate the bench. But March 7th isn't Whaley, and her mental condition isn't that bad. Huh. Anything you wanted to ask, hurry up, or March 7th rationality will come back. Mr. Yoon Lee. Did any skilled competitors show up? The bench remained silent, having witnessed the presence of many a formidable figure, including the once renowned sword champion of the Law of Fu. The bench gazes at March 7th's back, leaving behind a drop of sweat.
That's enough knowing the enemy for now. Come on.
Thank you, Yinli. Okay, we're good. I'm good. Where are we going? We're going this way.
Walk through here. We'll be able to see the War Dance's official venue.
This is kind of dope. This is a cool set piece. Usually I'm not a big fan of like tournament arcs. Like the only exception I'll give is Kill a Kill. But like this is a cool set piece.
Look over there. That's the ring we'll be standing on.
Master Yunli, I'm getting nervous again. Can I really?
Well, it's too late for nerves now. It's almost time.
Almost time for what? As soon as I think about the mission General Hyen gave me, my heart starts racing like crazy. What do I...
It's when it stops beating that we need to worry. I have to leave for a moment and do some inspections around the ship.
I wonder how Master Yanqing is doing over there.
Hey, focus.
Focus. She's such a failure. Hi, Fisho.
General, report! The teams are in position, and the Skyfaring Commission has taken control of the Starskiff lanes.
Activate all side cranes and have them scan everyone coming in and out of the port. Remain vigilant at all times. Any suspicious movements must be suppressed as quickly as possible before the situation gets out of hand.
Yes, General.
You two, follow me. What's signals nearby, but we lost contact just a moment ago.
That mean...
He will be fine. Cloud Knights, search for the target.
All of you, get out of my way.
Malta.
Wait.
General, I failed you.
A declaration of war.
That's right. I've been holding back the urge to slit his throat. If you, the great Merlin's Claw, mortal enemy of the Borisin, are able to join him in a little hunting.
Hunting is not a game. It is a battle of life and death.
There we go.
Die, you lowly beast! Die!
Every petal and
Save your breath.
swept away by the wind.
Nice job! Time to show you what Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs, what?
Open there. Boom, break. Stay shallow. Hell yeah. The stream's still going? It is. Because we've spent a lot of time yapping.
A quick divination.
To be fair.
Converge and awaken.
A lot of yapping this stream. I was probably gonna end it soon. Even if we get close, because I need to do shit later today, so.
Never hesitate!
Is your march break or crit? Oh, fuck if I know.
You'll make good practice.
Neither? She's very poorly built, actually. Alright, thank you for popping in. See you, Ryle.
Return for all of you.
I'm gonna save ultimate.
Fangs and claws got dull. The fearless knows not fear.
You'll make good practice. Yeah.
Too slow.
I see through you.
Never hesitate!
Oh, okay. There's not another round. I was expecting another round of combat with like a big guy,
What's
but...
that?
I wasn't able to save.
Tell me, How is he planning to declare this war against me? What?
Hule is planning on attacking the bustling streets of the Xian...
What did you just say?
Impossible. Even if there is still undercover Borisin that we haven't sniffed out, Hule can't have...
He has an ace up his sleeve. Hule's body holds a plague mark passed down through generations of Borisin. I've seen him convert a Foxian to a Borisin wolf trooper with my... This is Hule's declaration of war. His blood. It can cause Foxians to rapidly transform and lose their minds. He has passed his blood to his minions, and is planning to spread...
He wants to encircle us in one...
Contact the Skyfaring Commission and the Cloud Knights right away. Have them enforce...
The moment you see your enemy's declaration of war, it means that they...
But if Hule succeeds in getting this panic to...
Do you remember what I told you before? Hunting is about thinking the same way as your prey, not just mindlessly chasing after them. What Hule wants is to see everyone on the Lawfu descend into panic. He wants to see us lose our minds and waste our limited manpower scouring every inch of the Lawfu for signs of an attack. It's like that party game that the people of the Yaoqing love to play. They hide an object under one of several bowls, then move the bowls around and have you guess
It's the second
which
oldest trick in the book.
is underneath. The way I see it, this is all nothing more than misdirection. No matter what Hule does, there is one truth that cannot be changed. He is trapped aboard the Xianzhou Lawfu.
So there's only options of
Right now,
Sky Splitter?
The only ship he'd be able to see is the Sky Splitter.
In his eyes, that ship is full of countless hostages. That would be the best place for him to go.
But if we're wrong about this, if he goes somewhere else, or if he does as he said he would, and his minions infect the Foxians everywhere with wolf blood, what are we just supposed to abandon?
This is another lesson that you must learn outside of swordplay. Weighing your options and making a decision. There are always questions that, before making a decision, we must destroy any hesitation that we are holding on to. Once we make a decision, we must fight off any regrets. There is a chance that we will make the wrong decision and allow our allies to be sacrificed in vain. But being lost in hesitation and failing to take any action will always be more harmful than taking the wrong path. Everyone, listen up. I will personally take charge of Starskiff Haven, evacuate the people, and prepare for any possible... Nameless, please lend us your strength as you did when the Ambrosial Arbor was reborn. I need...
Leave it to us.
General, please
If Hule does come to attack the Sky Splitter.
Please rest assured, General. If he dares step foot on the Sky Splitter, I, Yanqing...
So after the various locations, they swiftly begin to cordon off areas. Okay.
Cloud Knights! The Borisin have arrogantly decided to challenge us on Xianzhou territory. They vow that they will unleash a bloodbath along the streets of the Xianzhou. The unarmed civilians of the Xianzhou and countless visitors from afar are under our protection. Let me ask you, as Cloud Knights, will we allow the Borisin to succeed with their plan? Be on your guard. Calling Starskiff Haven. Have all Cloud Knights be on full alert.
Feishao, the ports of Starskiff Haven are crawling with wolf-like creatures. They're moving fast.
Yeah, fuck.
Hold them back! I will be there immediately!
And we're starting. Badass. Gosh, she's hot. After Feishao uses her technique, she grants herself a movement speed boost and will pull enemies along her as she travels. The more enemies are pulled, the higher the damage upon entering battle.
There you are, Feishao.
Whoa, okay.
Madam Yukong! After 30 years, we find ourselves fighting side by side once more. It's been a while since I've let loose. Let's get this started.
Okay.
Remember, you are still on the Lawfu. Try not to go too wild.
Okay. Here's where I am at right now. We have been streaming for 3 hours 43. Fish out and you. Oh, they're definitely gay. You know that. Yeah, I have been streaming for 3 hours 44, and I am getting tired. My mouth is dry. Yeah. I've got shit to do. So, I am going to end it here. I have a feeling we're getting pretty close, but yeah, I have a feeling we're getting pretty close to finishing up, but I would rather end now when I can before we keep going for like another couple hours. So, Godfather just returned. Well, perfect timing, just because we are out of here. I am out of here. I love taking a break. It's called a cliffhanger. It guarantees that you guys will return next time I stream this, if I do. But yeah. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Sorry again about not streaming last week. That was a classic blunder of mine. But yeah. So, I have no idea what my plans are. I think by next time we stream, it's probably gonna be like a Genshin update or something, right? So, I don't know. Either way, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week. So, bye-bye, y'all.